Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining me. My name is Bud Brooding. I'm a mortgage broker here in Utah and have been for 23 years. I've helped thousands of people buy and sell real estate over the years. Today, I'm hosting a seminar about house hacking. This will be a quick Reader's Digest version of house hacking, and I will do more to expand upon each topic in the future. Stay tuned, but let's get started. House hacking has been a buzzword over the last couple of years. But what exactly is house hacking? Well, house hacking is a way to use your primary residence as an income generating asset. This strategy has become really popular within the last couple of years for people that want to build and accelerate wealth. Examples be like buying a duplex, living in one half, renting out the other half, buy a triplex, or even a fourplex. You can live in one side and rent out the others. You can use that rental income to offset your mortgage payment and continue to build appreciation and grow your real estate portfolio. You could also look at a home that has a basement with a separate entrance and kitchen that you could rent out the basement, or an ADU or an accessory dwelling unit. Any of these are great options for house hacking. Now, what are the advantages for house hacking? House hacking allows the tenants to cover the mortgage payment or even offset and cash flow the property. Take your income, take the cash flow, reinvest it, and do it again down the road. You have long-term wealth building. The property appreciates in value as you pay down the principal on the mortgage. Property management experience. You don't need a lot of property management experience. You're only dealing with a few tenants. And as your portfolio grows, so will your experience. Tax benefits. Rental income can be partially offset by deductible expenses such as mortgage interest, maintenance costs, and property depreciation. Now let's talk about financial planning and strategies. An FHA loan is going to require a very low down payment of about 3.5%. That's probably your best option when it comes to house hacking. The reason why is 3.5% is very minimal, which makes it very accessible for first time homebuyers. It can be used for multi unit properties. An FHA loan, you can buy 1 to 4 unit properties if one unit is owner occupied. FHA loans also allow for flexible credit requirements, making them a great option for those with limited savings or lower credit scores. VA loans, available to eligible veterans and active duty service members, requires no down payment and offer competitive interest rates. Allow for purchase of multi-unit properties, provided the borrower occupies one of the units. Now, conventional loans, a little bit more tricky. It's going to require a little bit higher credit score. They offer more flexibility with down payment options and terms. They require a higher credit score, but usually have fewer restrictions than FHA and VA, meaning a home may qualify for conventional financing that maybe doesn't pass an FHA or VA inspection. All right, now let's break down rental income versus expenses. Let's break down the expenses. The mortgage payment, property taxes, utilities, insurance, and maintenance are all things that you need to take into consideration. Unexpected costs like vacancy periods and repairs are something that also need to be factored in. That's why a lot of landlords will take first and last month's rent to accommodate any vacancy periods or have a cushion in case any repairs are needed. For an example, let's use this graph for an example. You have a property that's worth $400,000. It's a duplex. Monthly rental income is $2,500 a month. Monthly expenses are $2,000. You are net cash flowing $500 a month. So what are some key tax benefits to this as well? The mortgage interest and property taxes are deductible. Depreciation of the rental portion of the property is deductible. Costs associated with the property management and repairs are tax deductible. Now, what you need to do is find a good CPA that can help you track expenses diligently and maximize your deductions. All right, now let's talk about selecting the right property. There's key features that you want to consider. One is separate entrances and kitchens for the tenants to ensure their privacy, ample parking and access to amenities for renters, a location that's high in demand for rental markets in areas with strong job growth, market research. This is where you want to analyze rental demand and vacancy rates in the area. You want an area that is really popular, that people want to move into, that is high in demand, that's going to continue to appreciate. Review neighborhood trends, including school districts and access to public transportation. And then there's some realtor tips. Look for properties with cosmetic issues, but a solid foundation. These homes typically offer a better value. You might have to put in some sweat equity, but in the long run, you're going to get it out of your monthly payment. Focus on multi-unit properties, duplexes, triplexes, fourplexes, those with ADUs. You want to maximize your rental opportunity. Now let's use an example. If we're running the numbers, we've got a purchase price of $400,000. We are utilizing an FHA loan, which requires 3.5% down. That's $14,000. Expected rental income on a property like this is about $1,800 a month. Now this depends on location, obviously, so do your research. Monthly mortgage payment on this is $1,600. Net cash flow is $200 a month. Take that money, put it aside, keep it for repairs and vacancy. Once that property continues to cash flow, you can use that to buy your next property and build your real estate portfolio. So I know we talk a lot about cash flow, and obviously cash flow is something that you want to look for, you want to prioritize. But another big factor that often gets overlooked is equity growth and appreciation. So historically, real estate appreciates by 3 to 5% annually, which increases your property's value over time. Principal reduction, you're going to be paying down that mortgage as well through tenant contributions, which will accelerate your equity growth. Check out this graph below. This is a $400,000 home. We're looking over 10 years, the increase in home appreciation. This is how you build real estate wealth. All right, so we just went over the long-term wealth building through equity growth, building wealth through principal reduction and home appreciation. But what about scalability? Scaling your investments. Use the cash flow and equity from your first property to invest in additional rentals down the road. You can also leverage a 1031 exchange to defer taxes when selling and reinvesting in new properties. Diversify your portfolio to include different properties in different locations. How do you achieve financial independence? By acquiring multiple properties and creating consistent rental income streams, you can achieve early retirement or financial freedom. Build a plan to reinvest the profits and continually grow your real estate portfolio. All right, so this is where we get down to the nuts and bolts of house hacking and questions and answers. And I could do a video on each one of these bullet points, and I probably will at a later date, so stay tuned. Some of the questions I know you're going to have are, how do I screen for tenants? I could do a video on that just alone, and I probably will. In fact, I will. What if a tenant stops paying rent? What do you do? What are the risks of house hacking? A lot of questions, a lot of answers, too much to go over in a quick little presentation like this. So my suggestion to you would be reach out to me with any questions, scenarios, and I'll do my best to answer these questions and help you get in a position to build your real estate portfolio. All right, so let's recap exactly what house hacking is. House hacking is a way for you to reduce your housing expense by treating your primary residence as an investment property. Use the rental income to offset your mortgage payment. You can build equity and wealth and create financial independence. Next step, surround yourself with experts. Find a mortgage broker that specializes in house hacking programs. Multifamily, something that you can utilize for an Airbnb or something with an ADU. Next, find a realtor that can specialize in finding you the right property, the right location, the right neighborhood, something with transportation, something with good schools. And then you're going to want to find something that has house hacking potential. That could be a duplex, could be a triplex, could be a fourplex, could be a home with a basement that's able to be rented, that has a additional entrance and kitchen in the basement. Next, find a CPA, somebody that can help you take tax deductions to maximize your income and will help you take your profits from one transaction and invest it in future transactions. My contact information is below. If you ever have any questions related to mortgages, house hacking specifically, or anything else, please don't hesitate to pick up the phone or shoot me an email. I would love to help you out.